You think about food all of the time. It takes up so much space in your mind. You find yourself struggling with emotional eating, binge eating. You do really well all day long and then come home and just feel so out of control around the food. In this situation, it's easy to start to think that the solution is to tighten our grip, to just have more discipline, to have more willpower, to start to beat ourselves up. That tends to be the go to in that situation. But the truth is, that only leads to more dysregulation, and it only leads to more of the behavior that we don't want. It actually leads to more of the binge eating, it leads to more of the emotional eating, it leads to an increase in food noise. And so it's important to understand that we really do need to take a different approach if we want to find that peace, ease, and freedom that we're looking for. And so the reason why the food noise will increase, the reason why we'll find an increase in binge eating and an increase in emotional eating when we try to tighten our grip is because, from a physiological standpoint, the brain sees food as fuel. And the brain sees fuel as safety. And so your brain is going to protect you at all costs. And you might be sitting here thinking, all right, Eileen, but there's plenty of food around me. I have plenty of fuel around me. I have plenty of fuel in my system. So that just doesn't make sense. But here's the deal. You can be consistently nourished. You can be getting the vitamin, minerals, and nutrients into your system. But if we have a scarcity mindset, if you have a scarcity mindset around food or around certain types of food, the Last Supper mentality around food or certain types of food, your brain is also going to see that as a threat. And the food noise will increase. The binge eating will increase. The emotional eating will increase. And trying to tighten our grip and to have more control and have more discipline and have more willpower, it'll just lead again to that deeper dysregulation and an increase in all those things that we don't want. They're not the life that we want to live. And so it's really important that we just take a pause, right? We just take a pause. We pause from trying to fix things. We pause from trying to figure things out. And we just take this moment, right? Even right now, just feel the seat beneath your body, feel the texture beneath your hands. Just be right here, just for a little pause. We want to work on creating safety in our system. If we want deep, authentic healing, if we want freedom from the food noise, we want freedom from binge eating, we want freedom from emotional eating, we want to create that safety within our system. And yes, part of safety is being consistently nourished. An underfed body will think about food all of the time. An underfed body is going to obsess about food. And so consistent nourishment is part of creating safety within our system, but it's not the full story. And for some people, for example, if you have struggled with your relationship with food, if you have a lot of food noise, if you've had a lot of food anxieties, sometimes even focusing on consistent nourishment can feel overwhelming and lead to further dysregulation. And so what we want to do is we want to zoom out and we want to look at regulation as a whole, where yes, consistent nourishment is part of regulation, but there's so many other practices, behaviors, and patterns that bring us into that place of regulation that create safety within our system. And so nervous system led food freedom is the method that I've created after years and years of helping people heal their relationship with food, exercise, and body, and helping people heal their nervous system. And I have my own story and journey with this as well. I had years of struggles with my relationship with food, body, nervous system, exercise. And so nervous system led food freedom. The first step within that is creating safety within our nervous system. And it's also learning how to return to that place of safety. So it's in that place of safety in our nervous system. And you might be like, I have no idea what safety in my system feels like, Eileen. That is okay. You learn how to get to that place and you learn how to return to that place. Okay. It's from that place of safety where we are able to have choice. We're no longer a slave to the food noise. We're no longer a slave to the binge eating, the emotional eating, the negative self talk. It's from that place of safety in our system that we start to have clarity and we start to have choice. And we start to make very intentional decisions from that regulated, grounded place. And it's not that we always stay in that state, right? Because that's not what it's about. We're human and life ebbs and flows, but we know how to get back to that place. And so it's just foundational, healing our relationship with food, exercise, body, life, nervous, all of it. Creating safety is step one. And so if this interests you, if you're like, I want to learn more about nervous system led food freedom, then subscribe, stay tuned. That is what I'm going to be talking about here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be unpacking each step of this method in a really grounding way. We're not going to rush through it, right? We're just going to take it step by step together. And if you want to start creating safety in your system, I have a practice that I've put together for you. It's a calm reset. It's a breathing rhythm that I still use every single day. And it's one of my favorite go-to breath practices. The calm reset's about 3 minutes long, short, digestible, very intentional that it's short and digestible. It's meant to do on repeat, to come back to over and over again. And so I'll be pinning that in the comments. If it's not there yet, it will be there soon. I'm actually just finishing it right now. I have it all recorded, but at the time of this recording, I have that all recorded. And so as soon as that's ready for you, I'll pin it in the comments. So it's either there hanging out for you now or come back in a few days and it'll be there for you. So I am here for you. When I say that I am here for you, I mean I am here for you. If you have any questions about anything I share, teach, or post here, you just want to know more about my work, or you just have something you're struggling with and you're like, I just want to be able to ask somebody this question, send me an email. My email is in the show notes as well. At the bottom, I have like my email and website and all that. And I will reply to you. So thank you so much for being here today. And thank you so much for taking care of yourself. So the deeper work, it's not easy, but it's so essential. If we want that authentic freedom and healing on our plate and in our life, we start right here. We start with creating safety within our nervous system.